So basically, now we're going to start a very important topic, which is actually Sjogren's syndrome. So let's start it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, it is an autoimmune disease of the exocrine glands. Autoimmune diseases are those diseases in which your own body cells attack their own healthy cells, and they've been recognized as in a foreign bodies or foreign elements. Basically, in Sjogren's syndrome, there's a triad that you should know it. Basically, there is a xerophthalmia, xerostomia, and rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. Basically, in antibodies form against the acinous cells and causing hypofunction of the salivary and the lacrimal glands. You can see here is a fissure, reddish erythematous, dry tongue, and there is also a reddish eyes which is actually dry due to dryness. There are two types of Sjogren's syndrome, which is actually primary, and then you have secondary also. Okay. Now moving towards in primary, what you can be considered dry eyes and dry mouth without connective tissue disorders, also called Zika syndrome. Xerophthalmia are more common actually. Now moving towards secondary. In secondary, you have dry eyes and dry mouth and connective tissue disease, which is rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, in secondary. Then you have also systematic lupus erythematosus, systematic sclerosis, primary biliary cirrhosis, mixed connective tissue disease, and also associated with the uh, and may be also associated with the secondary Sjogren syndrome. Okay, this is more common in females, and females more than 40. You have the stromia due to dryness of mouth. There is caries, then ulcers and infection. In ocular, you have Caroconjunctivitis, Zika, xerophthalmia, and sand gravel sensation, itchiness, and recurrent eye infections. In respiratory, dryness of the respiratory tract and dysphonia. Now, basically, what happens to GIT? The patient with Sjogren's syndrome, in you have actually dysphagia. Okay, difficulty in swelling, constipation. Then you have actually skin is dry, and you have a butterfly rash, and this butterfly rash is a characteristic feature of the SLE. Vasculitis can be in joint arthritis, salivary gland swelling. Generally, you have fatigue, depression, and sleep disturbance. Investigations for the dry mouth. Okay, you will take the history of dry mouth. The patient has dry mouth or not. If the patient has the dry mouth, does he or she has difficulty in eating and swallowing, dry mucosal surface and skin. In a clinical examination, salivary gland swelling. Basically, you will ask whether there is a swelling on your face or in your chin of the lower area of the. Okay, dry oral cavity, then sticking of examination instrument to the mucosa and thick ruby saliva carious region. Now for lab investigation, you see actually full blood count, EC, ESR, RF, anti-SSA and SSB. This is very which investigation you do for Sjogren's syndrome, SSA and SSB. Also anti-rol LA, anti-rol LA you do. For imaging cellography you see a cherry blossom appearance or branchless fruit laden tree like appearance. Okay. Now centigraphy is reduced tracer uptake, you see actually, you can see here actually. Okay, in cytometry you check the salivary flow rate, then shimmer test you do labial gland biopsy, which is 50 or more lymphatic infiltration. Very which type of biopsy you do in Sjogren's syndrome? It is labial gland biopsy. Now for treatment team approach, you will do symptomatic treatment, treat the symptoms, xerostomia treatment, xerophthalmia like artificial tears, and ophthalmologist you will refer the patient. Arthritis refer to a rheumatologist. Basically,